everybody. Call this special planning and zoning meeting to order. Today is Tuesday, August 26th. Time is approximately 5:30 p.m. And our first item is approval of the agenda. And can I get a motion for that?
So moved.
Ms. Carey, Ms. Polo, any discussion on the agenda? Seeing none, any from the public? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimous. And please stand if you can for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. The two items on the consent agenda, the review of the approval of the 18 meeting, and why do these both look the same? Okay. All right, so just ignore one of them. So approval of the August 18 minutes, hopefully you had a chance to look through those. It is a consent agenda, so no real discussion per se. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Motion passes unanimous. All right, so we'll move to our agenda items. We got Wawa Site and Development Plan is up first. And who is handling that one with us? Stacy? Oh, John Paul. Okay. We have a presentation. All right.
While we wait for the, I apologize.
You want to read the resolution title?
Yes, ma'am, please.
This is Resolution 2025-38, SDP 25-07, a resolution of the City Commission of the City of Newberry, Florida, serving as the Board of Adjustments of the City of Newberry, Florida, approving an application for site and development plan for 6,372 square foot convenience store and gas station within 16 fueling positions known as Wawa within the Highland Park Plain development pursuant to Section 14.12 of the City of Newberry Land Development Regulations on lands identified as a portion of Alachua County tax parcel number 01932-000-000, consisting of approximately 2.27 acres, more particularly described in Exhibit A, lying within the corporate limits of the City of Newberry, Florida, repealing resolutions in conflict and providing an effective date.
Fantastic. All right, John Paul, you want to take us through this?
And this is a quasi-judicial item. Should we swear folks in before we begin?
Please, yes. So actually, let me just go ahead and read through the quasi-judicial procedure, and we'll get to that part when we get it here on the script. And I need the quasi-judicial written on this part. Okay, so we're entering quasi-judicial procedure. This means the commission or the board will stop being a legislative body and will become a judicial advisory board, which means we need to follow certain rules and adhere to different standard of decision-making. The primary rule we must follow concerns testimony, and the substantial and competent evidence standard must be held and met when the judicial board makes a decision. The standard states the following: all public testimony will be given under oath. Everyone testifying will be subject to cross-examination. All documents and exhibits shall be entered into evidence. The giving of opinion testimony is limited to experts. Closing arguments will be limited to the evidence of record. So I'll ask the attorney to read the resolution into the record, which we just did. So let's move to the swearing in. Madam Attorney, if you're ready to do that, swearing in the applicant, staff, and or any participants requesting to speak.
All right, I'll have you go around and state your names for the record.
John Paul Perez.
Do you each swear and affirm that the testimony you give today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right, wonderful. Before we begin, we'll need to disclose any ex parte communications, and please disclose any that we have for the whole night. Whether you physically inspected the property, ex parte communications, or any conversations or transmissions of information that may have bearing on or influence any of your voting members' decision. So we'll just begin from my immediate right. Ms. Thomas, do you have any to disclose? Ms. Parker? No. Ms. Polo? No. Ms. Carey? Okay, thank you very much. So, all right, so our order will be the staff overview, applicant presentation, staff report and recommendation. We'll have 3 minutes for public comment, 3 minutes each for public comment, I should say. Then the opportunity for cross-examination of any of the parties. Then the decision-making body through the chair may ask questions of the participants. And then there'll be an opportunity for the participants to make a final argument. We'll have the attorney advise decision-making body is applicable law and factual findings. Then we'll have our deliberations and ultimately a vote to approve with conditions, continue, or deny the application altogether. So I think we're at the point of presentation now, right?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. John Paul Perez with the Community and Development Department. The request before the board tonight is a site and development plan for Wawa. It's within the Highland Park plan development. Our recommended motion is to recommend the Board of Adjustment adopt the resolution approving the site plan. And there are some conditions that are included. Some of them are similar to Advanced Auto Parts, just in an effort to get this onto an agenda. The review cycle was cut a little short, and so we just try to capture those as they were not ultimately redefining for the site plan itself the outstanding comments. So they're just outstanding comments that we added as conditions. So the applicant is Bowler Engineering. Bowler Engineering was contracted by Solid Rock. Solid Rock is here representing Wawa as their agent, and the owner of the property is still Newberry Plaza. The proposed development is 6,372 square feet of convenience store and 8 fuel pumps, which equals out to 16 fueling positions. Again, it's in a planned development, which is Highland Park. This particular level of development was captured in the approved level of development for Highland Park, so it is consistent. And the site that they're going to be occupying is along State Road 26, and it's about 2.27 acres. This is it in aerial form, so you can see that primary spine road to get into Highland Park. It'll be on the east side of that road or the left side as you enter in. And this is it in plan form, a little bit cleaner, but it allows you to see the separation between this site and the residential and that pretty gratuitous stormwater pond that they are providing. So this is the site plan. In red, I've just identified the limits of the property. It was better drawn in this one than in Advanced Auto Parts. The property line actually goes into the service road. So there's ownership or obligations there, and the service road is private. And so it may come up in discussion, but one of the conditions is just for the maintenance agreement to be made available so we can ensure that that road has some sort of long-term maintenance going on there that's cohesive amongst all of them. So, you know, portions of roads are not being improved while others degrade and whatnot. We just want to make sure it remains a cohesive development, especially it being a service road. It will see more of the heavy trucks, which means it'll get more of the wear. Colorized it, which is not in your packet. It's exclusive to the PowerPoint presentation, but in the dark green is the landscape buffer along State Road 26. The light green is the on-site landscaping that they're providing. In the packet, you have the actual landscape plan. It's not included, but it's pretty robust. So it's going to look very nice when it's done. The gray rectangle you see there is the fueling canopy with the pumps shown in the black rectangles. I put the underground tanks in purple so you can see where they're going to be located and ingress and egress. So they're going to maintain that cross access there. All right, so there will be cross access for all those sites along the front of them. But there's also the service road, which is really intended to be used as a service road, but some traffic may be directed into the sites through the service road. And here you can see that service road ingress, and it's for site users as well, not just for deliveries for these for Wawa. So, and in red is the building where you'll get your hoagies. I've learned, yeah. And the dumpster location, which is in the back. It's kind of right on that main boulevard, but there is another condition saying it'll be a comparable design, which is not something that was done in the plans. It is a nice design, but our code requires it to be of a comparable design to the primary building, so that's something we'll resolve during building permit. These are the materials. This is the front elevation from State Road 26. South elevation from the service road. I put non-illuminated here, just carrying forward. There was some overlap and whatnot. Just so this board's aware, last night, if you didn't watch the Board of Adjustment hearing, the sign for Advanced Auto Parts is illuminated. I did carry that condition forward that sign be non-illuminated, but they felt, and I think there was part of this discussion on this board as well, that there was a pretty significant distance between these businesses and the residential, and they felt that not illuminating it or illuminating it was a moot point. Subdued, yeah. All right, this is the west elevation facing that main boulevard coming into the property. This is the east elevation facing the adjacent vacant lot. This is a fuel canopy. I like that it's tilted up and towards what seems like the street. And so as these fuel canopies are naturally highly illuminated for security reasons. That can be a place of vulnerability for the people using gas stations late at night. So they usually are heavily illuminated, and them being angled, hopefully up towards the street, would reduce the glare that the residential properties could potentially receive. It is, yep. So you have the building, yeah. We did find it consistent with the comprehensive plan and land development regulations. These are some of the conditions that I talked through the presentation, but service drive maintenance agreement that was delivered to us Monday. I haven't had a chance to thoroughly review it, but it's something that we're working through currently. We'll hopefully have that resolved before the Board of Adjustment hearing. Rooftop mechanical below parapet, that may be just a redundancy. But just to guarantee that anything that does come in is already required by code. So accurate representations of dumpster enclosure, the ones that were included in the elevations were provided were for example purposes and weren't of the same dimensions of the one that's shown on the site plan. So we'll hopefully have updated dumpster elevations with the building permit. South wall sign non-illuminated, and then monument signs are omitted from the approval. We're handling those through separate sign variants. Just as a brief explanation, our sign code only allows for one monument sign for planned developments, and so that will be a single multi-tenant sign. To reduce the visual clutter that's on the road. That's the way it was originally written back in the day. Yeah, so they'll have to, their gas stations are required by law to display gas pricing. And so there's justification for them to have that, but we're just treating it separately just to get that application into good shape before we present it to the board. So recommended motion is to recommend adoption. That completes my presentation. I'm available for any questions, as well as JP from Solid Rock. Thank you.
Mr. JP, do you have a separate application, or you're resting with staff's? Do you have a separate?
No,
I said application.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No.
Do you have a separate presentation? Do you have a separate presentation?
No, I've
So you're just resting on his, okay, all right, fair enough. So there's, is there any public, I'm sorry, go ahead.
that
It just
JP Gazzardo, 4803 George Road, Tampa, Florida. We are the applicant. John Palm did a great job. We do not have a separate presentation.
Okay.
I'll just, I know I can't reserve my time, but we'll be available to answer any questions. We have our in-house engineer here as well, if you guys, when we get to the question portion.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
Is there any public comment then, sir? No? Okay. And I assume nothing to cross-examine. Staff, through the chair, you have an opportunity to ask questions at this point of staff or the applicant, if you so choose. Ms. Carey?
I had a couple questions, just for clarification,
For who?
for John Paul.
Okay.
Since he did the presentation. So just to make clear, because of the way that it's presented on the attachments for the public, the canopy is actually going, the roof's going to be facing towards the street, or is it going to be facing towards the building?
I'm going to defer to, is that Adam Zion back there? Adam, can you come up, please?
Because it's deceptive on the photos, I just want to make sure that I heard you correctly.
Certainly.
I heard that the light was facing the street, so it would be angled towards the building. But the way it's presented, it looks like it's angled this way and then angled up, so.
I'll defer to Adam Zion. Thank you.
So is it higher on the building side or the street side? Come on down. That's your question, right?
Yeah,
yeah, per one.
it's higher on the building side.
So we're going to be looking at the roof from the street.
Right, they have an emblem that they put on the side of it, but that's the way it would face, yes.
Okay.
The emblem you're talking about between the poles, or?
Yeah, there's it's not shown on this one, but when they go through sign permits.
So like the front of this photo right here, that's the front that we will see from Newberry Road.
Correct.
So we will be looking at the roof.
Yes, if you're, I mean, it does sit 14 feet high still for clearance purposes. but
Right.
Yes,
I just want to make it clear because it looks like it's the opposite on the way it's presented, like the light's going to be facing the street.
no, and the lights internal are directed directly down, so they're not illuminated at the angle of the roof.
There is a picture in the backup. I don't know if you saw the,
I was on page
So that
30
part-
right now, though, that's the ones I was looking at
Okay.
from the scripts, but if there's another photo I missed, I'm sorry.
this doesn't specifically speak to what you're asking about, but
No.
this is an aerial.
I was more concerned about the angle because the way that John Paul described it, I thought the lights were going towards the street, which is not a bad thing because it's a curve and you know, during certain times of the year, more light is better. But yeah, facing towards the building, that makes sense too for safety purposes. And then my second question was what John Paul was saying for the pricing of the gasoline. Where is that going to be on, I didn't see that on the map.
On edge.
Is it going to be towards the front, like the front right corner where people are turning in?
So there are actually two monument signs proposed in the sign variance. There's one at the northwest corner of the site in the green area right next to what look to be just end parking stalls and concrete. Can you
Okay, yeah, I got you.
Yeah, so northwest,
Other side,
yeah.
Other side where
west
the
side.
block is blocked off.
Yeah, and there's a rectangle.
Newberry Lane is coming out over here.
Right, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Because
Yeah.
I'm
That
imagining
rectangle
that's
right
where the
there.
light's going to be with Newberry Lane eventually, so,
Yep, and
Okay.
that rectangle is one of the fuel pricing signs,
okay.
and then the one at the bottom right.
So the ideal is to have the fuel pricing signs and then have the lists of all the other businesses that are in that area as well? Is that what's being
These fuel
proposed?
pricing signs will be separate from
It's
the
going to be
permit.
unique to
Correct.
the standard one that we're having. Okay, that's what I
Correct.
wanted the clarification.
Yep.
So, and they want possibly two for each corner?
One for the main drive, or State Road 26, and then one for the service drive.
I don't know if you can read that, Jessica. It says square footage is less than 100 square feet. It's
No, I
not-
couldn't read that, like everything's
It's-
just, I'm just
it's,
being honest, like, I'm just
so it's
glad it's
not
color
more-
because I was trying to make it out on beautifully drafted documents, but I could not make out
This,
for that.
yeah, this is basically like 100 square feet.
Yeah,
That inset right there.
I just wanted to know where the location was because when it was mentioned too, I'm just trying to foresee like for more people are pulling in
Yep.
and the natural line of sight, that's all.
Yeah.
That was my questions, thank you.
I was curious on the logic behind putting the gas pricing on the service road. I know there will be some traffic, but that's not really like the primary focus for that road.
Yeah, I'm going to ask, I had a conversation with Adam and Chris Logan about this with Solid Rock. They had an explanation, and they explain it in their sign variance application as well. Unfortunately, that's not here today, but I'll have them explain the reasoning behind having the fuel pricing on the service road as well.
So, again, this is not for the sign variance. That's not what
no,
this
no, I
is
was
toward
just
today.
asking for
So, yeah, so conceptually, what's going to happen is there will be no left in off of Newberry Lane into this neighborhood. So people that come, and that's an FDOT requirement. That's not us desiring that. So people that come into this neighborhood will be making the left in that's further to the east to get in. So you've got the 900-plus homes that will be using that service road that will want to know pricing as they make their way into the neighborhood. We've got a significant amount of buffer zone, not only between us and the residents there with the stormwater pond. Someone said gratuitous.
But I thought there was planned light there.
There's a planned traffic signal, yes, there is.
So is the plan, once the traffic signal's there, you're gonna remove the sign?
No, you will not be able to take a left in coming into town at the traffic signal into this neighborhood.
That doesn't make sense to have a traffic
Why?
light would not be able to
Because
do
it's
I
that.
can't even tell you how many conversations we've had
I
with
would-
DOT about this.
Yes, I would love for the mayor to, and I
Yeah.
mean, we have gone round and round with FDOT. The new requirement for through traffic, the FDOT manual is to not allow through cuts to avoid T-bone collisions. That is now a standard.
So all of the accidents at 170 finally mattered something. Okay,
So
awesome.
no, all you have to do is go down about another 200 yards and make a U-turn and
'Cause
get
that's
T-bone.
safer.
T-bone down there.
So safe.
With less of a turn lane.
Correct.
I'm not blaming
So-
you, sir.
And
It is
no-
not-
and no
I-
light.
I am on board with everything that's being discussed
I
here.
just was like, trying to
Yes.
do the
Sorry, I'm a little
wild-
dumbfounded by that
Yeah,
one.
I-
All right.
Yeah.
Yes, we are dumbfounded as well, but that is the new FDOT standard that we're having to be required. I think the city would prefer what we would prefer.
Any other questions of the applicant or staff? Okay. Any final arguments by either party? All right. Well, I'll entertain a motion from the board at this time.
Second.
A motion and a second by Ms. Carey and Ms. Parker. If there's no other deliberations, did I call for public comment? Okay. All right. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Motion passes. 1. All right, small scale future land use amendment change, public hearing, ordinance 25, 37 through 39, 42 through 43, 45, 48, 40, 51, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So this is legislative, it's not quasi judicial. Madam Attorney, you want to read that ordinance into the record,
I
ma'am?
will read each of these as quickly as humanly
So
possible.
with this, are you going to do each and then vote, or are we going to read them all and then vote?
Each and then vote. Ready?
I'm so ready.
Ordinance number 2025-37, CPA 25-07, an ordinance of the City of Newberry, Florida, amending ordinance number 491 as amended relating to a small-scale amendment to the future land use map of the City of Newberry Comprehensive Plan, providing for a change in land use classification from Alachua County Rural Agricultural less than or equal to 1 dwelling unit per 5 acres to City of Newberry Agricultural less than or equal to 1 dwelling unit per 5 acres on certain lands within the corporate limits of the City of Newberry, Florida, parcel number 04276-006-001, consisting of approximately 5 contiguous acres, providing severability, repealing all ordinances in conflict, and providing an effective date.
That was great.
Good job, good job. Ms. Hectus, you have the floor. Maybe?
So I don't have a in-depth presentation because you all did not see the annexation, but the annexation occurred on the 11th. It was 2 readings of the city commission. I'm just going to go through the standard so that we can get through the readings. So the recommended motion to the city commission is to approve all those ordinances and comp plan amendments labeled up there that will change the land use on these parcels from Alachua County agriculture to City of Newberry agricultural land use. If approved, the first reading of these ordinances will be held on Monday, September 8th, 2025. These are the parcels scattered throughout the city, as you can see. This was roughly a 200-acre annexation, for those that are interested in the size. Roughly 11 to 12 parcels. And those are the general locations that the land use will occur on. And like I said, these annexed on the 11th, and now we're doing what's the standard, it's just getting them into the city zoning, city land use. I'm gonna go back so we can see those numbers, so we know. I've got a checklist here I'm working on too.
Right, that's it?
Yes,
So we're just on
second one,
39 at the moment, so,
38.
excuse me, 38?
You just read 37. Yeah, sorry, we're on
Oh, I
37.
got you. I see what I'm reading incorrectly. Okay. Okay, what's the pleasure of the board? Does somebody like to make a motion?
Motion to approve.
Okay, and a second. Ms. Parker, Ms. Thomas, motion and a second. Any discussion on the annexation? Seeing none, any discussion from the public? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion passes unanimous.
This is ordinance number 2025-38, CPA 25-08. An ordinance of the City of Newberry, Florida, amending ordinance number 4-91 is amended relating to a small-scale amendment to the future land use map of the City of Newberry Comprehensive Plan, providing for a change in land use classification from Alachua County Rural Agricultural, less than or equal to 1 dwelling unit per 5 acres, to City of Newberry Agricultural, less than or equal to 1 dwelling unit per 5 acres on certain lands within the corporate limits of the City of Newberry, Florida. Parcel number 04276-006-000, consisting of approximately 4.61 contiguous acres, providing severability, repealing all ordinances in conflict, and providing an effective date.
And what is the pleasure of the board? I have a motion. Is there a second? And a second from Ms. Polo. Any discussion on this item? Seeing none, any from the public? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. That motion passes. Unanimous. 39.
Ordinance number 2025-39, CPA 25-09. An ordinance of the City of Newberry, Florida, amending ordinance number 4-91 is amended relating to a small-scale amendment to the future land use map of the City of Newberry Comprehensive Plan, providing for a change in land use classification from Alachua County Rural Agriculture, less than or equal to 1 dwelling unit per 5 acres, to City of Newberry Agriculture, less than or equal to 1 dwelling unit per 5 acres on certain lands within the corporate limits of the City of Newberry, Florida, parcel number 02512-001-000. 014 and 02512-001-030, consisting of approximately 10 contiguous acres, providing severability, repealing all ordinances in conflict, and providing an effective date.
Board have a motion?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those, any discussion? Any discussion from the public? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. We'll be pirates. Aye. Motion passes unanimous. Number 42.
Ordinance number 2025-41, CPA 25-11. An ordinance of the City of Newberry, Florida, amending ordinance number 4-91 is amended relating to a small-scale amendment to the future land use map of the City of Newberry Comprehensive Plan, providing for a change in land use classification from Alachua County Rural Agriculture, less than or equal to 1 dwelling unit per 5 acres, to City of Newberry Agriculture, less than or equal to 1 dwelling unit per 5 acres on certain lands within the corporate limits of the City of Newberry, Florida, parcel number 02517-001-000, consisting of approximately 5.61 contiguous acres, providing severability, repealing all ordinances in conflict, and providing an effective date.
All right, is there a motion? Motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, any from the public? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion passes unanimous. Next.
Ordinance number 2025-42, CPA 25-12. An ordinance of the City of Newberry, Florida, amending ordinance number 4-91 as amended relating to a small-scale amendment to the future land use map of the City of Newberry Comprehensive Plan, providing for a change in land use classification from Alachua County Rural Agriculture, less than or equal to 1 dwelling unit per 5 acres, to City of Newberry Agriculture, less than or equal to 1 dwelling unit per 5 acres on certain lands within the corporate limits of the City of Newberry, Florida, parcel number 02574-021-000, consisting of approximately 1.84 contiguous acres, providing severability, repealing all ordinances in conflict, and providing an effective date.
Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion.
And a second? Second. Motion has been moved and properly seconded. Any discussion from the board? Seeing none, any from the public? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimous. Are we actually doing this 39 times?
No, we're doing it 24 times.
13 times?
24
Because I don't even have 41 on my list, but it says annexation 39 properties on this
No,
agenda.
it's, the annexation is 39. It's number 39. We number our annexations.
Okay,
We have 40 coming up next.
okay. Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
No, we have 24 we're going to be reading. 12. Yeah. 12.
92 on 40 for 39?
Yeah.
Who's on
Clear as mud?
first? All right, next.
Ordinance number 2025-43, CPA 25-13. An ordinance of the City of Newberry, Florida, amending ordinance number 4-91 as amended relating to a small-scale amendment to the future land use map of the City of Newberry Comprehensive Plan, providing for a change in land use classification from Alachua County Rural Agriculture less than or equal to 1 dwelling unit per 5 acres to City of Newberry Agriculture less than or equal to 1 dwelling unit per 5 acres on certain lands within the corporate limits of the City of Newberry, Florida, parcel number 04377-011-000, consisting of approximately 23.13 contiguous acres, providing severability, repealing all ordinances in conflict, and providing an effective date.
Is there a motion? Motion and a second. Any discussion? Any discussion from the public? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimous.
Ordinance number, sorry.
Oh, no, he was here till midnight with us last night. So he's in the
He
trees.
tagged me in.
You know which intern I also
Next.
Ordinance number 25-45, CPA 25-15. An ordinance of the City of Newberry, Florida, amending ordinance number 4-91 is amended relating to a small-scale amendment to the future land use map of the City of Newberry Comprehensive Plan, providing for a change in land use classification from Alachua County Rural Agriculture less than or equal to 1 dwelling unit per 5 acres to City of Newberry Agriculture less than or equal to 1 dwelling unit per 5 acres on certain lands within the corporate limits of the City of Newberry, Florida, parcel number 04276-003-000, consisting of approximately 1.36 contiguous acres, providing severability, repealing all our ordinances in conflict, and providing an effective date.
Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion's been moved and properly seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, and from the public, seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimous.
Ordinance number 2025-46, CPA 25-16. An ordinance of the City of Newberry, Florida, amending ordinance number 4-91 is amended relating to a small-scale amendment to the future land use map of the City of Newberry Comprehensive Plan, providing for a change in land use classification from Alachua County Rural Agriculture less than or equal to 1 dwelling unit per 5 acres to City of Newberry Agriculture less than or equal to 1 dwelling unit per 5 acres on certain lands within the corporate limits of the City of Newberry, Florida, parcel number 04276-004-000, consisting of approximately 8.24 contiguous acres, providing severability, repealing all ordinances in conflict, and providing an effective date.
Is there a motion? Motion has been made, properly seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, any discussion from the public? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, aye. Motion passes unanimous. Next.
Ordinance number 2025-47, CPA 25-17. An ordinance of the City of Newberry, Florida, amending ordinance number 4-91 as amended relating to a small-scale amendment to the future land use map of the City of Newberry Comprehensive Plan, providing for a change in land use classification from Alachua County Rural Agriculture less than or equal to 1 dwelling unit per 5 acres to the City of Newberry Agriculture less than or equal to 1 dwelling unit per 5 acres on certain lands within the corporate limits of the City of Newberry, Florida, parcel number 04384-018-000, consisting of approximately 6.16 contiguous acres, providing severability, repealing all ordinances in conflict, and providing an effective date.
Is there a motion? Motion to approve and seconded. Any discussion? Any discussion from the public? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
You guys are just
I'm getting good practice. Ordinance number 2025-48, CPA 25-18. An ordinance of the City of Newberry, Florida, amending ordinance number 4-91 as amended relating to a small-scale amendment to the future land use map of the City of Newberry Comprehensive Plan, providing for a change in land use classification from Alachua County Rural Agriculture less than or equal to 1 dwelling unit per 5 acres to the City of Newberry Agriculture less than or equal to 1 dwelling unit per 5 acres on certain lands within the corporate limits of the City of Newberry, Florida, parcel number 02538-006-001, consisting of approximately 0.69 contiguous acres, providing severability, repealing all ordinances in conflict, and providing an effective date.
Who would like to make a motion? Motion's been moved and seconded. Any discussion from the board? Seeing none. Any from the public? Seeing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion passes unanimous.
No.
All right.
Ordinance number 2025-51, CPA 25-21. An ordinance of the City of Newberry, Florida, amending ordinance number 4-91 is amended relating to a small-scale amendment to the future land use map of the City of Newberry Comprehensive Plan, providing for a change in land use classification from Alachua County Rural Agriculture less than or equal to 1 dwelling unit per 5 acres to the City of Newberry Agriculture less than or equal to 1 dwelling unit per 5 acres on certain lands within the corporate limits of the City of Newberry, Florida, parcel number 04399-001-007, consisting of approximately 1.02 contiguous acres, providing severability, repealing all ordinances in conflict, and providing an effective date.
Is there a motion for this one? Motion has been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none. Any discussion from the public? Seeing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
All right, that was the
Motion-
CPAs.
Passes unanimous.
Yes. Oh,
Are you here for something particular, sir, tonight?
Letter, I just wanted to find out. Arizona.
Okay.
Why I'm here,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I was kicked off my land.
Gotcha. Yeah. So this is a planning and zoning board. So this is an advisory board to the actual city commission. So this process. Yep, yep. And this sort of vets stuff on behalf of the commission. So these are all citizens here that have volunteered to be on this board and serve that purpose. Everything gets moved on to the commission. That's kind of the next step. And we meet on the second and fourth Mondays of the month. The commission does. Yeah, yeah. So all of these, yeah, welcome. Yeah.
Additionally, these are voluntary annexations, so these folks have come to us and said, we want to come into the city. So that's what all of these are. Sorry.
So these are properties, so you're in Alachua County?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Miles up the road.
Yeah. So this process that you're hearing is people whose property is jurisdictionally in the county of Alachua, but want to be in the smaller subset of the city of Newberry. So they're just annexing their property voluntarily into the city limits. So that's why it just sounds so monotonous. That's all. Yeah.
20 years in military.
You got it. Hurry up and wait, right? Hurry up and wait. Okay, are we back quasi judicial on number 5, the rezonings?
Yes, that's correct. So this is we just did the land use changes on those parcels that wanted to voluntarily come in the city. Now we're going to changing their land use from county ag to a city ag. Now we're going to do the rezoning, so the zoning changes as well. And that is our number annexation 39. These all were annexed officially on August 11th. And these are the same exact scenario we're going to go through, but this is changing the zoning. And so if approved, this first reading of these ordinances will be held on Monday, September 8th, and we have to do this all again on the 8th and on the 22nd. So, yes.
I get to do it 3 times.
I know.
And so does she.
That's right. Yep.
Okay, so where are we at?
Good to go? on the-
Is that your presentation?
Yeah, I mean, I have the map, which is the same map you just saw.
Yep.
That has those parcels throughout the city. And then, again, these were the annexed parcels on August 11th, and now we're bringing them into the city officially with the land use and the zoning. So I'll go back to those numbers.
So that's basically, that's serving as our overview and staff presentation.
That
Correct.
is, yeah.
All right, any comments, sir? On that one? Okay, all
And
right,
just for the
fantastic.
record, Stacy, all of these, as we go through them, when we read the ordinance, we'll have you certify again after each of these, because they are quasi judicial,
Yes.
that they, all of the requirements for the zoning.
Perfect.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay, you want to go ahead and read this one?
Ordinance number 2025-52, LDR 25-15, an ordinance of the City of Newberry, Florida relating to the amendment of the official zoning atlas of the City of Newberry Land Development Regulations, providing for rezoning from Alachua County Agricultural A to the City of Newberry Agricultural on certain lands within the corporate limits of the City of Newberry, Florida, parcel number 04276-006-001, consisting of approximately 5 contiguous acres, providing severability, repealing all ordinances in conflict, and providing an effective date.
So we've got the presentation kind of in bulk. We'll read the ordinances. If there's anything that you have particular question, let me know. Otherwise, we'll just kind of jump down to the motion again as well. Because she's not going to cross-examine herself, okay?
Do we need to
so-
do the ex parte on each one? Or
So we can do the ex parte
all of
on
them?
all of them collectively. We don't have to
So
do
those
it
are
on
the
every single one.
I did say collectively earlier.
Okay.
We
Oh,
should be good.
perfect.
Yeah, we should be good on that. What is the pleasure of the board? Motion?
Second.
And second, any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimous.
Okay, ordinance number 2025-53, LDR 25-16, ordinance of the City of Newberry, Florida relating to the amendment of the official zoning atlas of the City of Newberry, Florida land development regulations, providing for rezoning from Alachua County Agricultural A to City of Newberry Agricultural on certain lands within the corporate limits of the City of Newberry, Florida, parcel number 04276-006-000, consisting of approximately 4.61 contiguous acres, providing severability, repealing all ordinances in conflict, and providing an effective date.
Is there a motion?
Just for the record, on each of these, we'll have to have Stacy move into the record her presentation and then certify compliance with the code.
So I'm submitting my presentation in the record and certifying that each of these, that this 2025-53 and LER 2516 meet the intention of the Land Development Code.
What's the pleasure of the board? The motion and a second. Any discussion on this item? Any public discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimous.
Ordinance number 2025-54, an ordinance of the City of Newberry, Florida relating to the amending of the future land, of the official zoning atlas of the City of Newberry Land Development Regulations, providing for rezoning from Alachua County Agricultural A to the City of Newberry Agricultural on certain lands within the corporate limits of the City of Newberry, Florida, parcel number 02512-001-014 and 02512-001-030, consisting of approximately 10 contiguous acres, providing severability, repealing all ordinances in conflict, and providing an effective date.
Ms. Hectus?
I'm entering my presentation in the record for this item 2020, ordinance 2025-54 and LDR 2517. And this application meets the intent of our land development regulations.
Fantastic. Any questions? Seeing none, any motion?
Motion.
Okay, motion's been moved and properly seconded twice. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimous. Next.
Ordinance number 2025-56, LDR 25-19, an ordinance of the City of Newberry, Florida relating to the amending the official zoning atlas of the City of Newberry Land Development Regulations, providing for rezoning from Alachua County Agricultural A to City of Newberry Agriculture on certain lands within the corporate limits of the City of Newberry, Florida, parcel number 02517-001-000, consisting of approximately 5.61 contiguous acres, providing severability, repealing all ordinances in conflict, and providing an effective date.
Ms. Hectus?
I enter my presentation in the record. And for item ordinance 2025-56, LDR 25-19, and this application meets the intent of our land development code.
Any public comment? Seeing none, any questions of the board or of the staff? Motion?
Motion.
Motion. Second. Motion's been moved and properly seconded. Any further discussion? Deliberations? No. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion passes unanimous. Next.
Ordinance number 2025-57, LDR 25-20, an ordinance of the City of Newberry, Florida relating to amending the official zoning atlas of the City of Newberry Land Development Regulations, providing for rezoning from Alachua County Agricultural A to the City of Newberry Agricultural on certain lands within the corporate limits of the City of Newberry, Florida, parcel number 02574-021-000, consisting of approximately 1.83 contiguous acres, providing severability, repealing all ordinances in conflict, and providing an effective date.
Ms. Hectus?
I enter my presentation into the record, and ordinance 2025-57, LDR 2520, meets the intent of the land development regulations.
Fantastic. Any public comment? Any questions of the staff? Seeing none, I'll take a motion, entertain a motion at this point. Okay, the motion has been moved and seconded. If there's no further deliberations, all those in favor signify by saying hello. Hello. Motion passes unanimous.
Make sure we're awake.
Yeah. Hello. Go ahead.
Ordinance number 2025-58, LDR 25-21, an ordinance of the City of Newberry, Florida relating to amending the official zoning atlas of the City of Newberry Land Development Regulations, providing for rezoning from Alachua County Agricultural A to the City of Newberry Agricultural on certain lands within the corporate limits of the City of Newberry, Florida, parcel number 04377-011-000, consisting of approximately 23.13 contiguous acres, providing severability, repealing all ordinances in conflict, and providing an effective date.
Ms. Hectus?
I enter my presentation into the record, and ordinance 2025-58, LDR 25-21, meets the intent of our land development regulations.
Fantastic. Any public comment? Being none. Any questions of staff? Anyone like to make a motion at this time? Motion's been moved and seconded, and if there's no further deliberations, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion passes unanimous. We've got a couple of new folks that have entered the room, and I will reread the quasi-judicial procedure for them. Was there an item you were here in particular and needing to be sworn in on? Were you going to be speaking on anything tonight? And this is, as part of the record, not necessarily public comment. Not tonight? Okay, all right. So right now we are in a quasi-judicial procedure. This means that the board actually serves, does not serve as a legislative body anymore and becomes a judicial board, which means that we have to follow certain rules and adhere to different standards of decision-making. The primary rule we must follow concerns testimony, and the substantial and competent evidence standard must be met when the judicial board meets and makes a decision. So the standard states the following: all public testimony will be taken under oath. Everyone testifying will be subject to cross-examination. All documents and exhibits shall be entered into evidence. The giving of opinion testimony is limited to experts only, and closing arguments will be limited to the evidence of record. Previously, before you entered, we had the attorney swear in anybody who was going to be testifying. If you're saying you're not going to be testifying, we won't worry about that part. But what we're doing is just changing the rezoning on a bunch of properties, so you're going to hear very repetitive stuff. It's an annexation, it's a parcel number. She did a presentation that told us a few things earlier. So this is sort of a bulk, but we got to kind of read each parcel number separately, okay?
Thank you.
Yep, you got it. So we're on the next one, yes, ma'am?
Yes.
All right, fantastic.
Ordinance number 2025-60, LDR 25-23. An ordinance of the City of Newberry, Florida relating to amending the official zoning atlas of the City of Newberry Land Development Regulations, providing for the rezoning from Alachua County Agricultural A to the City of Newberry Agricultural on certain lands within the corporate limits of the City of Newberry, Florida, parcel number 04276-003-000, consisting of approximately 1.36 contiguous acres, providing severability, repealing all ordinances in conflict, and providing an effective date.
Ms. Hectus?
I enter my presentation into the record, and ordinance 2025-60, LDR 25-23, meet the intent of our land development regulations.
Any public comment? Seeing none, any questions? Would somebody like to make a motion?
Motion.
We have a motion and a second. There's no further deliberations. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimous. Next.
Ordinance number 2025-61 LDR 25-24, an ordinance of the City of Newberry, Florida relating to amending the official zoning atlas of the City of Newberry Land Development Regulations, providing for rezoning from Alachua County Agricultural Aid to the City of Newberry Agricultural on certain lands within the corporate limits of the City of Newberry, Florida, parcel number 04276-004-000, consisting of approximately 8.24 contiguous acres, providing severability, repealing all ordinances in conflict, and providing an effective date.
Ms. Stacy.
I enter my presentation into the record, and ordinance 2025-61, LDR 25-24, meet the intent of our land development code, our land development regulations.
Any public comment on this one?
None.
Okay. Any questions of staff? Would somebody like to make a motion then? A motion and
We had 25 times.
motion and a second has been properly made. If there's no further deliberations, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimous. Next.
Ordinance number 2025-62 LDR 25-25. An ordinance of the City of Newberry, Florida relating to amending the official zoning atlas of the City of Newberry Land Development Regulations, providing for rezoning from Alachua County Agricultural Aid to the City of Newberry Agriculture on certain lands within the corporate limits of the City of Newberry, Florida, parcel number 04384-018-000, consisting of approximately 6.16 contiguous acres, providing severability, repealing all ordinances in conflict, and providing an effective date.
Ms. Hectus.
I enter my presentation into the record, and ordinance 2025-62, LDR 25-25, meet the intent of our land development regulations.
Any public comment? Any questions? Seeing none, somebody like to make a motion at this time? Motion has been moved and properly seconded. If there's no other deliberations, all those in favor signify by saying Newberry.
Newberry.
Motion passes
Good morning.
unanimous.
We gotta switch it up. Do a different word.
Ordinance number
Next.
2025-63 LDR 25-26, an ordinance of the City of Newberry, Florida relating to amending the official zoning atlas of the City of Newberry Land Development Regulations, providing for rezoning from Alachua County Agricultural Aid to the City of Newberry Agriculture on certain lands within the corporate limits of the City of Newberry, Florida, parcel number 02538-006-001, consisting of approximately 0.69 contiguous acres, providing severability, repealing all ordinances in conflict, and providing an effective date.
Ms. Hectus.
I enter my presentation into the record. Ordinance 2025-63, LDR 25-26, meet the intent of our land development regulations.
Public comment? Huh. See, you're learning already.
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion has been moved and properly seconded. If there's no other deliberations, all those in favor signify by saying Panthers.
Panthers.
Motion passes unanimous.
Last one.
Last one.
Ordinance number 2025-66, LDR 25-28, an ordinance of the City of Newberry, Florida relating to amending the official zoning atlas of the City of Newberry Land Development Regulations, providing for rezoning from Alachua County Agricultural Aid to the City of Newberry Agriculture on certain lands within the corporate limits of the City of Newberry, Florida, parcel number 04399-001-007, consisting of approximately 1.02 contiguous acres, providing severability, repealing all ordinances in conflict, and providing an effective date.
Ms. Hectus.
I enter my presentation into the record. Ordinance 2025-66, LDR 25-28, meet the intent of our land development regulations.
Wonderful. Public comment? If no questions of staff, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion.
We have a motion and a second, properly made and seconded. If there's no deliberations, all those in favor signify by saying the last one.
The last one.
Motion passes unanimous. All right, so, hey, okay, so our next item is ordinance 2025, LDR 2519, a city-initiated rezoning change on approximately 165.88 acres. And Madam Attorney, you ready for that one?
Ready. Ordinance number 2025-68, LDR 25-29, An ordinance of the City of Newberry, Florida, an ordinance of the City of Newberry, Florida relating to the rezoning of 165.88 contiguous acres, amending the official zoning atlas of the City of Newberry Land Development Regulations, providing for rezoning from Agricultural A zoning district to the Agricultural Technology AT zoning district on parcel ID 019-000-000 on certain lands within the corporate limits of the City of Newberry, Florida, more particularly described in Exhibit A, providing severability, repealing all ordinances in conflict, and providing an effective date.
Ms. Atkins?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm super excited about this, and you all should be too. This is the first time you're going to see AT zoning actually placed on a piece of property that you all approved a couple months ago. So this is super exciting, and the very last piece for our Ag Tech Park. So the motion is to recommend the City Commission adopt ordinance 2025-68, amending the official zoning atlas from Agriculture A to Agriculture Technology, AT, for the first time on a 165.88 acre, more or less, parcel for the Agriculture Technology Park. If forwarded to the City Commission, first reading will be held on Monday, September 8th at 7 p.m. So as you all are very well aware, everybody knows where our Ag Tech Park is, but here's an aerial of it. This is city initiated, so the landowners have asked that the city go ahead and take the lead, and we have been doing that. And this is our first step in that happening of the 3 meetings we're going to have. It's about 165.88 acres there. Here it is as the current existing condition of Newberry Ag. As you're very well aware, well, may not be, because this happened probably before some of you might have even been on the board, except maybe Ms. Thomas might remember that this has the corporate park for future land use, which was the first property in the city to get the corporate park future land use. So here we are today, giving it, if approved, and the City Commission approves it down the road, our Ag Tech, Agriculture Technology Zoning District. These are some of the surrounding land uses and zoning for this parcel. As you can see to the west, we have the planned development, I think your neighborhood. Yep, and IFAS is there as well. We have to the south some commercial and agriculture. To the north is a mine, and to the east is agriculture and commercial intensive. So it's probably the best suited property for this type of development that we're wanting to come to the city. And here's the number one reason why we are sitting here today, is in our 2022 strategic plan. After many years of planning, as you saw in the report, the city instituted our strategic plan, and this was a goal D3, strong, diverse local economy. And our main objective, D33, is to facilitate the development of the Newberry Agriculture Technology Park. So we are here. So this is the sketch that there's a conceptual plan that's gone around that all of you have probably seen before. This was just to kind of imagine what might be possible here on this 168 acre parcel. Who knows what it'll eventually look like? We just want someone to build in there and get it started, because we know as soon as one gets in there, everybody will want to be there. The agriculture technology zoning, as you all are well aware because you helped us create it and approve it, there's some of the bullet points that it does. It supports the economic development, creates agriculture technology park within the city limits, facilitates orderly and consistent growth, aligns with the mission of the park and the city, protect adjacent residential and commercial areas, preserve property values and a strong tax base, and the uses must support the park's core purpose and activities. And these were, we talked when we did the zoning district, just so everybody's aware, if there's anybody in the public or watching, these are the types of businesses that we want to be recruiting to the Ag Tech Park. Obviously, agriculture and technology being the underlying pieces of that puzzle. And we have continued here with some more. And then we also added a few special exceptions for some of those things that might want to go into the Ag Tech Park. The proposed rezoning is the keystone to bring the Agriculture Technology Park to fruition. It would make this parcel ripe and ready for ag tech development. Staff finds the proposed rezoning to be consistent with the City of Newberry Comprehensive Plan, the Land Development Regulations, and our strategic plan. I just went over that. Really, I don't know why we have this slide. I got to start taking it out because I just repeat it. But yes, it meets all that intent on this parcel for the very first ag tech property. Again, the motion to recommend the City Commission adopt ordinance 2025-68, amending the official zoning atlas from agriculture to agriculture technology for the Agriculture Technology Park. Please see us if you need to further on Monday, September 8th, for the first reading. And I'm here to answer any questions you might have.
All right, any public comment? Any questions of the staff?
Yeah.
As I have mentioned, I am a neighbor to that, so out of the courtesy of my neighbors on 4th and 5th Street, can you go back to the map? I know that the map is not exact and buildings may or come go, but is there a limitation for the ones that are like right next on the top left corner, there on the west side, that they're not gonna be double-decker buildings looking into people's backyards?
No, I think that looks like growth. I think that looks like where they're going to put the fields. They're not.
No.
She's
The
talking
top
about
left
right-
up there.
Top, not the fields, I'm talking about right here.
This is all houses here?
Those are
Yeah,
all
this,
houses right there.
this is conceptual. This, we have no idea what
Is there a limitation on the way it was originally built, because I wasn't here at that time or advised? You haven't got there?
yeah.
So when buildings are proposed, then that would be mentioned? Okay.
every single right. That's what I was just going to tell you.
It's just like what we're doing for all of the other planned commercial parks,
You
correct?
got it. Like Highland Park, you're going to see
I just wanna
all
make
the
sure,
individual
'cause
ones
it's a
coming in.
it's a
Yep,
different
at-
categorization.
At site plan. This was just this was an imaginative, what could we have here? And so that's what this was. So
I think people would probably prefer for that be other than other experimental or industrial stuff right there. So if it's
Right.
an office building that's quiet.
We
I
don't
just
know.
I just don't want like a 3-story building looking into someone's neighbor.
Right.
And
that's why on this right here, we actually made this part of the zoning district. Uses, preserve, where is it? Protect adjacent residential commercial areas.
Thank you for
That's
pointing that
actually
out.
in the intent of the district.
I'm so for this, trust me, like
Yes.
coming from an ag community growing up, I'm really for this. I love this. I just wanted to ask out for my neighbors.
Yeah.
Because if I was there and nobody asked that question,
Right.
I would get upset. So.
Well, I will say now, if somebody comes to us, the land use and the zoning is there. They literally go to site and development plan or apply for a special exception depending on what is coming to us. So
Perfect. Thank you so
nothing
much,
will hold
Stacey.
anybody coming to us with ag tech at this point.
Awesome.
I don't have questions. I just have a comment that I'm super excited about this.
Yes.
And thrilled to have that come and be our neighbor. Like, I don't think I could ask for anything better where we are. So I'm so thrilled to see this like all the way through. It's awesome.
Same. Love it.
Who gets to make the motion?
Motion. Okay.
Second. We'll do it. Since we're the neighbors there, let's do it.
There you go.
All right, we have a motion
There
that's
you
been
go.
moved and properly seconded. If there's no further discussion, all those in favor signify by saying ag tech.
Ag Tech.
There we
The
go.
motion passes unanimously.
Woo, this is huge. This is really big.
City of the future.
Very big. I'm super excited.
I turn the page over and there's nothing there but member comments or items for discussion. We'll start with Ms. Carey.
First and foremost, want to thank our attorney for all that fast reading. Like, you made me, you brought me back to my Saturday commercials of like Micro Machine guy, like talking really super fast. I'm totally dating myself there. Last week I didn't get to mention because I didn't have much of a voice, but I did want to mention that our lovely elementary school PTO is having a picnic for all of the families. So please, if you haven't joined the PTO, get involved. I know a lot of us that have either just recently joined the school or are coming back to the school have really just, it's been amazing. I also want to compliment the city on how fast everything went with 15th Avenue. And I take the back road there every morning, but it's really nice. The paving was better than it could be expected. No headaches. It's smooth drop off now, 2 weeks in. So knock on wood, it continues. But just really, really proud to be part of a community that really turned around something so nicely. And then kudos to our SRO that's doing conversion with 27. My daughter actually got a little too talkative with her friends and started walking down, and they actually like noticed that she shouldn't have been walking. And yeah, my husband caught her, but like I wanted to thank them because she knew she was about to cross the street. She goes, "This is not where I'm supposed to go," and they kept her safe and everything until my husband realized where she was at. So I just want to give compliments. Thank you for the city for paying for that, because literally it's already gone into effect of helping kids like mine. So.
Ms. Lauren? Or Ann, excuse me. I don't know, I said Lauren. Sorry. Pardon me.
It's been a long
Pardon
night.
me.
2 nights. It's okay. The Newberry High School Boys Lacrosse team is looking for sponsorship right now. We've got some amazing opportunities to get your business out there. You have me, the voice of the Newberry Lacrosse Panthers, to shout you out from the booth. So if anybody is interested, I encourage you to reach out, and we will be glad to promote your business for you.
Ms. Parker?
I work with the Newberry Historical Association and the Newberry Main Street Organization, and I just want to put it out that we are always looking for volunteers for both of those. So please talk to me if you're interested in getting involved. If you don't know, the Main Street Organization does most of the events in downtown. We work alongside with the city to promote coming downtown and supporting our businesses. And the Newberry Historical Association is very new, and we are trying to bring attention and work on starting museum spaces and also participate in some events around town. So anyone willing to put some time in, we can use it.
Kathy? Oh, Miss Kathy, tell us how the high school started off so far.
I don't think I should. Oh. It's been hot.
It's been hot.
That's all,
Okay.
I'll leave it there. It's been hot.
Okay, understood,
Like this
understood.
hot, like this. Not the other hot.
Madam,
I'm gonna leave it there because
Madam Attorney? Mr. Manager?
I just want to thank the P&Z board members for having 2 meetings this month. We really
Yes.
appreciate it. Both the Ag Tech Park and Wawa are very, very grateful, and we will make sure that you get paid for both meetings this month, and you can go on a spree.
Don't drive too far. I do have something.
not a taking your Oh, you can get a changing gas.
We have a redo for
You did,
board member
because
Kathy.
I feel like it would be very remiss.
Is completely fabulous. It's very organized. I get a good energy, and I think they're doing a great job. But it's still hot.
Fantastic.
Yep. Oh, and our new media special is phenomenal. And the Newberry Library looks amazing. It has new carpet for the first time since 1973.
Been busy.
I couldn't want to hear it.
Well, she is really cute, but that comes from a mother point of view.
He was not shooting a shot.
I did have something, if you don't mind. Okay. So thank you for thanking them. That was on my list of things to do. I appreciate it because we literally have to turn around and have a meeting next week. So I do thank you. Even though I tried not to have a September meeting, I'm never trying that again. I wanted to bring to your attention, I feel like we don't ever give any follow through. So you all vote on things and it goes to city commission. And unless you're watching the meeting, you don't really ever know what's happening. So I'm going to start at each of these meetings. If there's things that you voted on that you're interested in, I can give you a small recap on what happened at the commission level. One of the items that you all voted regarding the IMS 2707, the commission did vote to give them the commercial automotive zoning. So just so you're aware, that was the one. John Paul already updated you on the advanced auto, so I'm not going to reiterate that. I also wanted to bring up the APA, the Florida APA, which is the American Planning Association, an organization I'm a part of. Jerry Diedenbach, who you've seen many times, made an announcement last night of the official training that they're going to be doing for planning commission members, city commission members, all right here in Newberry on October 1st, all day long training. If you can, clear your calendar. It is going to be worth it. There's going to be all of the talk on quasi-judicial, legislative, ex parte, sunshine. It will be very, very informative. So if you can come, please come. I will be sending out an email to all of you once the flyer comes to me, which will be Friday, I believe is what they said. So I'll send that out. So plan on it. I'm going to invite everybody around the area, and hopefully we can get a lot of attendance. If you know people that are even interested, maybe even in being on the planning and zoning board, but don't have an idea of what it is, that might be something good to invite them to, and recruit your friends to come like you recruit people to the PTO.
Do you have the timeframes?
It's going to be all day. I know it's breakfast and lunch they're going to be providing, so I'm guessing probably around an 8:30, 9 o'clock start time. But I'll send that flyer out to everybody as soon as I get it. I have one other question that I'm going to pool here and see. Is a 5:30 start time atrocious? Okay.
I should put my light. I think it's hard for people who are not working remotely. I work remotely, so I can come anytime. I can work it
Okay.
around my schedule, but if anyone's trying to get down Newberry Road, yeah.
Okay. 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 Gotcha. Yeah, okay. All right. I just wanted to ask to see, because I know we've had 6 o'clock for quite a while, so I just thought I would ask, see if 5:30 worked. It does not, so I will not ask again, maybe for another year. Probably not, probably not. Bless you. Thank you, that's all.
Any members of the public, did you have something you came here for particularly? Come on up to the podium, just introduce yourself with your name and normally you'd have like a 5-minute, but you seem to be like the only one, so.
Good evening. Just wanted to introduce.
What's your name?
I'm
Okay.
Jerry Walker.
Okay.
My husband James with me tonight. We're just new to Newberry. We're longtime members of Lottery County, but new to Newberry.
Okay.
And wanted to just get involved, see what's happening
Okay.
in Newberry.
Okay.
So thank you for allowing me to introduce myself. And Board Member Parker, I'll be reaching out to you for some volunteer work. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Nice to meet you guys. Welcome. I was hoping they were gonna do lacrosse.
You never know.
Mr. and Mr. Walker, this is the Planning and Zoning Board. I'm the mayor. So these are all planning and zoning members. We're only missing one tonight. And as I was saying to this gentleman earlier, who is also new tonight, their purpose is to vet things on behalf of the commission. So they're not making any specific legal decisions or anything like that, but they're just an advisory board to the commission that meets the second and fourth Mondays of the month. So if something came through, they say, no, change this, do that, the applicant can take that under advice before it goes to and before the commission. So they have a chance to kind of rework it if they want. They don't have to. They don't have to take their advice at all. But the idea is that they have a very good pulse of what the commission will approve. So kind of if they've done their job, then most stuff, once it ever gets to the commission, gets passed right through because it's been vetted by this group here. But
Thank you for that clarification.
you bet. Welcome to Newberry. Where did you move into? Avalon, okay. All right, fantastic. If there's no other business, we are adjourned.